Well, hello, my lovely unicorns. How are you all? We are live on a Saturday. I know, but we've moved everything forward a few days because I am off on holiday for the next 5 or 6 days. Do not worry, you will still be taken well care of with all of our coaches, but I did want to make sure that I had a touch point with you, that I was touching base, that I was answering your questions, and that I was making sure that you had the information that you needed to move into graduation week. Yay! I'm so excited about graduation week. So hopefully some of you will join me today and we can chat. And I also just want to pull up to double check if there are any questions in the group, but I do have some obviously announcements and things that I want to cover as well. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just answer the questions that I've seen. So first of all, I want to talk about graduation week. First of all, how does it work? So the cool part about graduation week is you get to choose. We are giving the power back to you and starting to help you to feel empowered with how you're choosing to do things. Yeah. So graduation week is where you get to choose. If you're following the meal plan, you get to choose your favorite week of the meal plan, right? So you want to choose your favorite week. Now, some of you might say, well, I don't like that meal on that day, or I don't like this low carb day, or whatever, okay? So we gave you the guideline at the beginning that if you wanted to swap out a day, or you wanted to try the vegan or vegetarian, you had 3 chances to do that, okay? If you haven't used up all of those 3 chances, then you can use it in graduation week, okay? So that means that, for example, you can follow the week 2 or whatever you liked, and if you wanted to try more of the vegan or vegetarian and you haven't done that up until now, you can use graduation week to do that, okay? But the key points are that you eat the whole day like that. Point to note, if you are a meat eater and you're choosing to follow vegetarian or vegan, mostly vegan, on a low carb day, you will be eating more carbs than usual. I'm not saying that this is going to knock off your results, but it might have ramifications for water retention and things like that, okay? So general little note would be, if you're already a meat eater, stick to the meat eater's low carb day. If you want to try a vegan or vegetarian option, maybe do it on a different day. That's my suggestion to you, okay? It won't matter on the other days, but low carb, it might matter, okay? So that's a key thing just to note. And you're going to be doing the graduation workouts. These are a little sample of the types of workouts we do in phase 1 and actually in phase 2 of the VIP community known as the Sexy Strong community. So lean, strong, and curvy is where we move to, because again, once you've gone through graduation, the first 6 weeks we give it to you, right? We tell you what to be doing, when to be training, because there's a goal that we're all working towards. When you move into phase 1, you set the goal. You set the time frame, you set when you're going to do your workouts, and you set how many workouts you're able to do. Now, this is a lot suddenly for you to do in comparison to the fact that we've done everything for you up until now. And a lot of people find this a little bit of a, oh, okay, I thought it was good having full customization and full control over the choices. But it does mean that you have to kind of work a few things out to create your own 7-day plan and create your 90-day plan, right? So the reason why we do it in this way is that not everyone's equal. Like, you're all complete, unique little snowflakes. So when it comes for your starting point, you might have been, 3 workouts a week is what we say that you need to do. We offer you the chance to go up to 5 in this community because we've added in some yoga HIIT. But you don't have to do those, right? Those are optional. Those are for if you are a swinger, might try something. If you want to try something, you can do it. But we only require that you do 3 a week. Now, if you're enjoying it, if you're seeing the progress, if you're like got the kettlebell bug, then you can choose to go to 4 or even 5 a week, okay? But you might not also do that every single week. And you also might have different goals based on upper body strength goals, or if you've got lower back issues, you might want to do more, lower legs, bums, and tums work to help with your lower back. There are different goals for different people, right? So that's why we hand it back to you and say, okay, well, how many workouts and things are you going to do? And in what order, for what reason? Also, some weeks, if you're, on your menstrual cycle, you will not be doing HIIT style training, so you'll have to be pulling back on that, right? Or some weeks you might want to add in an extra curvy, or you might want to try a follow along curvy rather than a written workout curvy. So you have the power to do that, right? Now, this is where a lot of people think that they wish they had the power going through this meal plan, going, oh, well, I want to be able to decide if I want to eat that for breakfast or if I want to do a workout, right? Brilliant. We give you that. And then they go, oh, I don't know what to do. This is so much. So we do give you the framework. We teach you the 7-day carb cycle formula. And we get you to plan out your, a 28-day plan of the workouts that you're going to be doing. And we suggest that you plan it, right? That's why we give it to you in this way. And then actually we'll give you a 90-day goal, and you will have milestones to set along the way, right? So for those of you that were asking what happens after, so graduation week, it gives you a little bit of power back, gives you a sample, an idea of what you'll be doing in the VIP community. There's some of you already committed to stay as part of the 90 days. You guys did that on sign up. But the rest of you get an option to do it one of two ways. You can either commit to 6 months, or you can commit to 11 months. That means that you will have done the full year of the Sexy Strong program. You guys will be the last people who ever do it in this way. So we're going to honor the price points that we've had, even though recently we've increased all of the offerings of our Sexy Strong program. We have given extra coaching calls, extra things, but because you guys started before all of that happened, we're going to honor the previous pricing. But you will be the last people who do that. Okay, so just know that when I say that, I mean it, because that's the way I roll. But it's for you guys. So if you want it, it's there. I will put a link in the page so you guys can have a look at it. There are payment plan options as well as pay in full options. There are bonuses for the pay in full. You become a VIP in our community and you get additional master classes and things like that. And we will let you know exactly what that is, but we're going to honor that for you. So it doesn't have to be the end. If you enjoy being in our community, if you are excited about the results and you want to keep going, we've got options for you. And as I said, we're locking it in at the previous price point. So you guys are going to be the last people who get it at this price point in this way. What else did I have to answer? So if you are, and for example, when you move into that community, you will also have chance for a prep week. Okay, so just like with every new phase in our 4 phases of the Sexy Strong program, and just like you had with the 6-week challenge, you get a prep week. Now, that prep week could also be prep 2 weeks if you need it, right? Again, it's on you. There is no set start date, right? You guys go into this now with your choices. Now, the problem with that tends to be then we all just kind of like take a little holiday, right? So you need to be honest with yourself and figure out what it is that you want and to keep that momentum going. How we've helped people with the transition from the 6-week challenge into our phase 1 is we've added specific coaching calls. We've got a getting started call, which happens on a Monday. We have got a tech call, which is all helping you with your 7-day carb cycle, understanding the macros and the calories now and how you're going to pull that together. And then every single Sunday, we have an accountability call, which is a weekly check-in to move you along, to move you forward, to move you on the way. Yeah. So we just want you to know what your next step is at any time. What's my next step? What am I working towards? What's the milestone I'm working towards? What's the big ass goal? What's the milestone? What's my next step? That's all that we want for you at any one point. Okie dokie. Yay. Okay. So what other questions did I see in the group that I wanted to answer? And do ask me, because I know that the graphic wasn't up in time. So do let me know. Oh, yes. So unicorn submissions. So I posted that up today incorrectly. I got a week off. We've scheduled all of these in advance, and sometimes trying to work out the dates can be annoying. So we finish, the challenge officially ends next Sunday. So 11 plus 7, 18th, okay? So that's the cutoff point. But we give you until the Tuesday morning. Just want to see what it says. We give you 48 hours to completely complete your pack, okay? Now, I want you to bear in mind how much toing and froing there was at the beginning because the packs weren't completed accurately. We want accuracy. That's important. So we are not going to chase you up. If you don't have the paper, if you don't have the sign, we're not going to, there's no more, consolidations or commissions or do-overs. It's it. Do it and it's done, right? And it has to be done by that time frame. It's a deadline, people. That's why deadlines exist, okay? So the deadline happens and you have to have it as the pack suggests. So what most people do is they submit what they need to submit in the unicorn pack, which is the photos, the measurements, and some tick boxes. But a lot of ladies, because you also want to get the full results, will submit based on the test and measure survey form, right? Which was for everything. That includes full strength and fitness tests. That includes all of the answers to all of the questions, right? And the reason why is that unicorn doesn't measure strength and fitness, right? Unicorn was 16 pounds of weight loss, 6% body fat, right? If you, and you need to be very accurate with that because we use that to work things out. But you might also want to know, has my fitness and strength increased? And that's why we give you 2 full days to do it, okay? Here's my also advice. If you're a little bit excited and you've already started to step on the scale, because I know you will, because, I can't stop you. I know we're women. This is what we do. But if you have already reached the unicorn status by this point, you can take that scale photograph at any time. It doesn't matter, right? You don't have to wait to the Sunday or the Monday, right? It's really up to you when you take it. So if you've already reached it, for example, the reason why I'm telling you this, Brio was an example and Stacy was an example. Brio was going on holiday on her caravan. She'll post up about her caravan, I'm sure. And she brought her kettlebell with her and did her workouts, but because she couldn't take photos and do things, and she had hit the 16 pounds of weight loss, she did it before she left. So she actually achieved the results in 4.5 weeks, not even 5. Okay, so you guys can do that at any time. All right, so you can do it at any time if you're going on holiday or anything like that. Okay, so I would suggest, if you haven't weighed yourself up until now, good for you. Good for you for following my instructions. But you might want to do it toward the end of next week. So if you want to start, you could do it from Thursday, Friday, whatever, because if you are getting close to that and hitting that number, then we want you to capture it whenever. And it gives you more time then to do your measurements and your fitness tests and all of that sort of stuff. Or if you feel like you need every single minute and you need that extra fast day and all of those things, right? Then you can do that too. So that's the deadline. As long as it's done before the deadline, you can choose when you do it. There's no me telling you do it at exactly this time and this hour, right? It's up to you. So the deadline is when it has to be done. You know exactly what needs to be done because it's in the unicorn pack. You need to be 100% accurate with that. There's no do-overs here, okay? If you are confused or need clarification, by all means ask for it. But clarification comes in the form of, am I right in saying that I need to take a photo with the sign, take a photo with the sign in the newspaper, right? Take a photo with the newspaper beside my scales, yeah, right? So you can ask those questions and we'll go, yes, that's correct. You are correct, okay? And then they need to be submitted for unicorn in the unicorn pack submission form. It's a separate form. And you may want to also do it in the test and measure, which is a form for you to get the strength and fitness test stuff, okay? And we do give you an extra 48 hours to complete all of that. But you can do it on the Sunday if you want to. You can do it on the Saturday. You can do it whenever your heart desires, as long as it's done before that deadline. Okay? Hope that was clear and not clear as mud. Hope it was clear for you, okay? What else did I want to tell you? I can't remember what else there was. I'm scrolling through in case something jumps out at me. So bear with me. Please ask me a question if you have any questions. Okay, yes. Now I know what I wanted to mention to you. Okay. So I don't think there was any other specific questions other than the unicorn. I think that was a question about graduation and how we work with graduation. And do let me know if there's any other question that we haven't answered as we've gone along. I will happily answer it now. But I wanted to have this conversation with you, right? Can we have an honest conversation? Can we have an honest coaching conversation where I am very lovingly helping you to see certain things that tend to happen, right? So when it comes to women and when it comes to wanting to change something in their lives, their life, their transformations, their body shape, their following in nutrition, etc., there is either a limiting beliefs or that unconscious, lizard brain that is preventing you or making it hard or thinking that you need to struggle, which this is how it shows itself. So I want to help you to understand why you might be seeing what you're seeing happening to you, right? So the biggest one that I see is women spending enormous amounts of time and energy on things that aren't going to move that needle forward, okay? Things that aren't going to move that needle forward, which are writing endless amounts of spreadsheets, shopping lists, meal plans, etc., right? So doing endless amounts of that and still not being able to fit a workout in, okay? Right? Spending your time trying to work things out, trying to look for the shortcut, trying to see if there is a shortcut. This is the one I do a lot, right? I know it. This is why I'm sharing it with you, because I have been every single one of you. I am the creator of all things spreadsheet. I am the creator of all things. There's going to be an easier, quicker way to do this, or asking for permission a lot of the time. Is it okay if I do this? Is it okay if I do that? Right? This is just our brain, our lizard brain, preventing us from doing the thing that's actually going to move the needle forward. So when it comes to our program, there's only 3 things you need to do every day. You need to eat following the meal plan or the guidelines. You need to do your training, or you need to do your resting, right? Training and resting fall in the same category. And you need to do some self-care choices, right? Which could also be the resting, but are like drinking your water, taking your supplements, managing your stress levels, etc., right? But these practices are drinking my water, taking my supplement, do a little bit of foam rolling, go to bed early with a book, having a bath, go for a walk, right? We're very specific about what those things are, right? So if you're trying to find more to do, that's a worry for me, right? If you're trying to find more to do, I would look at, well, are you doing this very well? Like, how is your training session, right? There's something I saw on Instagram. I thought, my God, that was such a great way to put it. Your training session shouldn't be about how you think you look you're doing something, right? What's beautiful about our program is there's nobody watching you, right? Unless we ask you to do a video, there's nobody watching you. So it doesn't matter what you look like. You could look like a friggin' beached whale trying to get back into the ocean. I don't care. You shouldn't care either, right? Your job is just to try to do that as well and intensely and to form as you can, with no judgment of how graceful, how strong you look, how whatever. None of that matters, right? Did you get it done? Yes. Perfect. Tick it off. Move on, right? That's it. Because if we start focusing on it's not looking right, surely there's a better way to do this. I need to plan more because I feel like I'm not planning enough. All of that is just keeping you from doing the thing that actually moves you forward. Yes, at the beginning, it takes longer than that hour, right? Totally takes longer than that hour. I'm not going to lie to you, right? But as you've gone through these weeks, You've figured out how to do a workout pretty efficiently now. You kind of know you don't have to click on every link to do it. You only have to watch the follow along once. And then you're like, okay, there's only 4 or 5 moves here. I know what they are. I'll just do them. Right? And you're not looking for perfect. There is no perfect. You're just looking for done. Right? Get it done. B plus work, ladies. Right? So, and it's the same with the eating. Yes, some people make things look prettier on the plate than others. I have got to the point now where I don't really care. Although half the time I'm taking a photograph for Instagram, really don't care how it looks. I just want to get it in, get it into my belly and get on with it, right? So yes, you're taking photos for us, but again, we don't give sorry, I'm just going to say it. We don't give a shit how it looks. We just want to know if you've done it. That's it. The photo is just there for accountability, right? Just eat the thing. So I get it that this is time consuming, and it won't be as time consuming when you move into phase 1. It'll be time consuming in a different way, but you'll be able to shave off, become more efficient, make it work for your existing schedule. But it's still going to take time. It's still going to require your hour a day, because an hour a day for you is now a default, right? It's you're prioritizing you. So this is my assignment, should you choose to accept it for the week. I want you to begin catching yourself in these things, right? I want you to begin catching yourself when you and I can hear that you're doing this already, and I think it's amazing. I want you to catch yourself if you feel yourself judging what you're doing, right? I am so crap. This isn't working for me. I can't even do X, Y, and Z. That's judgment, right? There's nobody looking at you. No one's looking. Did you get it done? Brilliant. Great. Did you have to adapt a bit? Yeah. Did some bits hurt a little bit and you're like, oh God, Lisa, that was terrible? That's fine, right? You were like, you could say, for example, a different way to approach this is, those bear crawls. They're tough, right? Yeah, bear crawls are horrible, right? But they're a really good measurement and test of functional movement in your body, right? And mobility. But if you haven't had the mobility up to now, this is a really tough thing. But you wouldn't, why do you think that you're just born being able to do bear crawls, right? Yes, actually, it's true. Little babies crawl, so they're actually born to do bear crawls. But if you've never done a bear crawl in your adult life, why do you think you can automatically do it, right? So it's the same with push-ups. Push-ups, by the way. I mean, this is why we stick it in the last week, because if I'd put bear crawls and push-ups in week 1 or week 2, you'd all go away. None of you would still be here, right? And the reason why we have these are just to test it, because it's about being strong, right? You want to feel strong. So, the thing is, you've done it once. When you go to do it again, you're going to be a little bit stronger, even if you're stronger in your mind of how to do it. Or, okay, I'll drop my knees. Or, yeah, let's see. Okay, my wrist hurts doing that. I'll do it a little bit of a different way, right? I want you to see this all as one big fat experiment. Remember, you are the guinea pig in your own life. If you don't like doing a push-up that way, figure out a good way that's going to work for you just to get it done. That's it. So it's not about how it looks, how you think it looks to others. It's, did I get it done? And do I feel like if I do it again, I'll get a little bit better? And if I do it again, I'll get a little bit better. That's it. That's all you want for yourself, right? Because the key thing about all of this journey is that there is no ending, right? Because as soon as you're able to do a bear crawl, then we're going to get you to do a hover bear, or we're going to get you to do a kick out. If you're doing a push up and you're like, I'm nailing this, then I'm going to get you to do it on your toes, or I'm going to get you to do it with a resistance band. Do you know what I mean? There's always something that you could be challenging yourself with, but you need to see that as a positive, right? You need to see it as, wow, look, I just did this on my knees, or I just did this on my toes for the first time, or and like some of us are really challenged with push-ups. Like I still can't do a lot of push-ups. I blame the girls, right? Extra weight at the front there. So I can do push-ups on my toes, but at my height of super duper strength and fitness, I could maybe do 20 on my toes, right? But that took 5 years. First time I ever did a push-up in front because I remember a personal trainer saying to me, right, do a push-up, let me see it. I did one thinking I was all cool. And he goes, yeah, that's not a push-up. And I was like, right? So, and that was me being quite an active person, she says in inverted commas, and still I couldn't do it. So do you know what I mean? This is where I'm trying to get you. So I want you to catch yourself when that inner mean girl, that inner voice, right, that wants to be mean to you, starts saying stuff. I can't do this. I'm not strong enough. Look at the state of me. Right? I want you to catch it. Also, when it starts to veer off into, maybe before I do this, I need to create 5 spreadsheets. I need to go and test that all of my spoons are accurate. I need to, no, just do it, right? You know, it's being stuck in perfectionism that is what holds all women back, right? And it's not your fault, right? How this has all happened is that women are conditioned from a very, 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 very young age that they need to look a certain way, that the way that they look and behave is what gives them value, not their inherent being. Yeah. So if you're not perfect, you know, how many times did you hear, oh, that perfect little girl, she's so perfect? You know, women are programmed from a very, very young age to focus on perfect and not strong, right? We tell boys to be strong. No, you be strong, but we don't tell girls, right? We tell girls to be perfect. So this is why we're where we're at, right? So I want you to catch it. I want you to catch those little thoughts in the brain when you feel like your perfectionism is slapping you up the face, right? So how it's going to manifest itself is, and you've already seen it, right? I've seen it about 100 times in this group this week. Perfect pictures, perfect looking food, perfectly doing a workout, perfectly doing a move in a workout, feeling bad that you can't do something perfect. Planning everything out, creating spreadsheets so that it's perfect. If I plan this perfectly, then everything will be okay, right? No, we just want it done. Done is better than perfect. B plus work. Now that might terrify the crap out of some of you who, if you're type A's, I used to be very much type A, had to make sure everything was dotted, crossed, and I still have my OCD tendencies, ladies. I'm not going to lie to you. I am very OCD, but I've learned to let go to get it done, because done is better than perfect, right? So catch yourself. That's my invitation to you. Okay, let me check a few things. Yeah, Lynn. Okay, Lynn says she's gonna, hospital. I just think eating red cow will help you. It's really full of it's a very balanced way of eating. You want to make sure you're having a Prudie as much as you can nearly every day, whether it be for breakfast or just an additional meal. It's a very healing thing, the Prudie, because of the greens and the fibers and even the spirulina, etc. And you can just eat all the red cow days on the plan. Yeah, and just swap out Prudhies or swap around the yeah, I think that would work really, really well. I think that would be really, really good for you. Lynn says boobs can be a curse. Boobs can be a curse. I probably understand this more than more women anywhere, right? Honestly, these things, you know, they are what they are, right? Okay, so I think I answered all of your questions today. I hope you liked your pep talk as well. I hope you liked the announcements and information. As I said, I'm heading away for a couple of days, but the coaches, of course, will be in here as always, commenting. Bria will post up tomorrow about things for unicorn status going into the last week, and for any of our ladies who have gone quiet, we will help you with that. And, you know, I will still answer questions. I will be back next Monday to do the Q&A, and that will be our final Q&A. I'm just trying to get my head bearings. So, yes. So this is kind of our final Q&A heading into your graduation week, right? And then I do a final Q&A to wrap things up on the Monday after the program, just to wrap it up for you. Some of the ladies will be joining the program because the new prep week kicks off on the 19th as well. So just to give you that. And then once you've gone through graduation, it'll either be you'll be asked to move into the VIP Facebook group, or you'll be given a few days where you'll then be removed from this group. Okay, so it's just so you can make decisions on that, right? But I will email out some information to those that need the information, and I'll also pop up a post information about your next steps moving into VIP, so you know what they are for those that can and want to. And I think that's it. Yes, thank you so much, Lynn. I do need a break. I've been doing launch after launch after launch after launch. So, and obviously, hello, lockdown. So it's nice to get away with Josh. It's his birthday in 3 days. So we're actually going away for the birthday as well. We always leave around this time of year. So it'll be nice for us to get away. So do coaches, as I said, will be in there. You guys are going to really enjoy graduation week. The workouts are fun. The food is as you want it and like it and enjoy it. Do share what week you're going to do, because you'll find that other people are like, oh, I'm going to do that week too. And it's kind of cute that you can all connect in. And I think that's it. So thank you so much for coming and joining me on a Saturday. And do let us know if you have any questions in the group, #question. But your assignment, should you choose to accept it, is to catch your inner mean girl conversation when that inner mean girl starts to take over and put you into perfectionism and self-sabotage, right? I also have a podcast all about self-sabotage, so I'll pop that in there for you guys as well. All right, my lovelies. So I look forward to connecting with you all next Monday, but let's knock this graduation week out of the park. All right, I shall see you all again soon. Peace out.